Yo, what is up? So today's video is about how to stay positive when you're not seeing results. Now, an unfortunate or something that you need to accept circumstance of self-improvement is that it doesn't happen in a day. Like Rome, it's not going to happen overnight. There's no quick fix pill to weight loss, no quick fix pill to muscle, no quick fix pill to success in general. It's all about time invested in consistently. So even the shortcuts aren't like straight roads. You wake up the next day and you just fucking jive. Like even steroids, that still takes months. Even like Ozempic, that still takes time because there's no quick fix to anything. There's things that speed up the journey, sure, but there's no like snap. You have the results to self improvement. So a thing that a lot of people come into like difficulty with is how to stay like optimistic and positive in the times where you're not seeing results, because there will be times where you don't see results. With muscle takes a long time to like grow. So visibly speaking, outside of like the first few years, you'll probably come across just not seeing progress. I mean, hell, depending on how good your genetics are, it might even be worse. It might be like year after year one, you barely see any progress just because you have bad genetics. Even in terms of like losing weight, depending on like how slow you're doing it, you might not see the results that you're hoping for as quick as you're hoping for. In like normal ventures, you won't see the results that you want as quickly as you'd like to. There's this not saying, but there's this thing that Alex Hormozy, if you into the whole self-improvement thing, you've probably seen a few of like his podcasts or like interviews with him, where he was like, the hard part about when you're working on something, when you're striving towards a goal, is that a lot of people will tell you that it's not going to work. A lot of people will detract from you. And the hard part about it is that for a while, they'll be right. There won't be any results, it won't be working. And they will be right until they're not. Basically, to say that like self improvement isn't a linear path up, it's very much exponential. So at the beginning, you see nothing. There's nothing, 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 nothing. Some growth, nothing, 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 nothing. And then eventually you'll hit the points where it just goes up. You'll hit the one viral video that just like kickstarts everything. You'll hit the 1 week where there's been enough like weight loss that you can visibly see that you've lost weight, and other people can also visibly see the changes. There'll be the 1 week where you've been working on this subject for so long that you're now just good at it. You're now getting 80s. There's always it's nothing. It feels like nothing. It feels like there's no progress, but the progress is just so minuscule that it's not really like noticeable to the point where you'll get results, right? Especially like external results. So it's like a thing of like, I'm gonna use my uploading to YouTube as an example, right? You upload in the first like 10 videos, you'll get zero views. No one's gonna watch your things. First 10 videos, no one watches, and then you'll get the one view. And that one view means everything because it means that you're no longer just speaking to yourself, you're speaking to someone else. And then you'll get the video with 2 views, and then 3 views. Then you'll go back to one view, and then there'll be the one video that gets a ton of views. Not even like because it's all relative, right? Because when I'm talking a ton, my largest viewed video right now isn't even 100 subscribers. It's like 73 or something right now. That's my highest viewed video. So for me, that's like a big jump, right? But I know in the future there'll be one that just like completely pops off, and I'll get like 100K views or something, and that will be like my exponential hit, right? But right now, I'm still in like this stage where it's all about just keep on going. It's kind of like gambling, but unlike gambling where it's all up to chance, this one is just more about time investment and like, because the more time you invest in something, the better you'll get at it. So my skills in like making videos, in talking, in when I start editing, in grabbing attention will improve. So with time, I'll get better until I reach the point where both luck hits. I have enough videos where when people start coming to the channel, there's a backlog of videos. I have the skills developed to maintain the views and all that. But that's all like about time investment. So you got to think about it like that. The way to stay positive when during self improvement, when you're seeing like no changes, is just to remember that self improvement isn't linear. You're not supposed to see the changes early on. You're supposed to keep on grinding away at it. Because the nice thing about self improvement is that every habits that you need to grind away on in self improvement are habits that are guaranteed to have good outcomes. There's nothing in self improvement that doesn't have a good outcome if you invest into it. That's the great thing about it. You know, there's no world where being a more learned person because you read more books is a bad thing. There's no world where you're muscular because you regularly go to the gym, where that's a bad thing. There's no world where regularly eating healthy is a bad thing. There's no world where working hard at whatever occupation you do is a bad thing. There's no world where that's the case. So that's a nice thing about self improvement, that regardless of how long it takes, you have the certainty in your mind that everything you're doing has a positive outcome. It's not like some of these the things that you do in like the day to day before you start self improvement, where like it might pop off, but there's no real guarantee that it'll pop off. Maybe you just like go into the club to get goals, and there's no guarantee that you just become a Casanova. And like it's not like the habits that you get from doing such are like universally good. Like you basically de-level every time you go to the club because you're more tired, you more intoxicated, all that bad stuff. And then you might get lucky and like get a really hot goal and you'll develop the skills, but like it's not universally a good thing. There's things that are like good about it, like you probably get better at social skills in that setting, but you get some more confidence. Depending on your success rate, you get more confidence from that. But everything around it is all like bad things. So it's not something that you can invest in with the certainty that it will be a net positive in your life. The great thing about self improvement is that every investment you make into self improvement will always be a net positive, regardless of how long it takes. Every like piece just makes you a better person. So if you're struggling to stay positive, don't. I know that sounds stupid, but like don't. Because everything that you're doing, regardless of how long it takes for you to have like exponential growth, for you to hit the point where you hit exponential growth, every habit that you're developing will have positive outcomes. Will, not might, not should, will. Because every habit that self-improvement gives you is all things that are universally good. Everyone agrees that they're good. You, your mom, girlfriend, future girlfriends, people in general, it's all things that are positive. And it's all things that are guaranteed to get you better results in life, just in general, better life experience. So why not invest into it? Why worry about how quickly it's coming when you know that it is coming? It is for sure coming. Because even if you don't reach like the heights of the heights, like let's just say physique wise, you don't have the genetics to be looking like Jeff Side. Well, you have the genetics to be looking like a better version than you are now. And you know for a fact that if you keep on gymming, you'll look like a better version you are now. You know for a fact if you keep on eating healthy, you'll look like a better version than who you are now. You know for a fact that if you keep on studying, then you'll be better at it than you are now. The great thing about self improvement is that regardless of how exponential your growth goes, one, it can always go higher, but most importantly, you'll always be better than where you are now. Your future is always a brighter one as long as you're on self-improvement, because every habit that you do is purely something that will make your life better. So yeah, think about that. Hope this video helped you, if you're having doubts or feeling a bit impatient. Hope it helped you to realize that self-improvement is a long game, but the nice thing about it is that it's a long game with guaranteed positive results. Hope it helped you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you have something to say, leave a comment. Subscribe for the next video if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.